Okay, so recording has started. Welcome to the last lesson. Today we will be discussing job market, how it looks right now, how to get a job, how the job search looks like, some nuances, because how you find a job without experience, right? Obviously, how people actually after the courses, how they get a job. So that's what we're going to discuss today. But before we do that, before we start, let's start. Maybe you have any questions for me, any specific questions that you were not able to ask before? Tanya, where are you from actually? Are you from the same?
I'm from Sevastopol, Crimea.
Oh, really? So you're calling from there?
No, right now, last 10 years I live in North Carolina in Fayetteville.
North Carolina. Okay.
Yeah, but I was born in Sevastopol.
How do you like that place?
Fayetteville, it's okay, pretty small city, very good nature. We don't have like big industry here. So we have military base. It's just our own like thing here. We don't have anything else. So airborne, it's base of airborne. Biggest base in the USA.
And so you just lived in that place, right? You just moved from Crimea to
only 10 years here, and I dream to move somewhere because the city is pretty small for me. I love big cities.
So when where do you want to move? Which city?
I don't know, any big city, maybe Los Angeles, but I don't know. It's pretty expensive city.
Yeah, you have to try first. Yeah, because you may dream of Los Angeles, but then you come, you see a lot of homeless people, you see a lot of even other strange people on the streets, and they ruin that atmosphere that you fall in love, right? So yeah, you need to check first, and then especially so the quality of living is in nuances, in small things. So when you start looking for apartment or for a house, for maybe school for your kids or something like that, so then you feel the real life, right? So it's really hard to feel when you travel to that city as a tourist, right? But when you go there and just give yourself a time to live there for a month, for example, and then you start feeling the differences and how the living looks like for real, right? So that's how. So you need to try, because I also some days wanted to move to Los Angeles, but now I don't want to move there. Okay, good. Alena, how are you doing?
Hi.
Hello.
I'm good. The only question that I have for now is it really? So I am a humanitarian. I finished my institute. I have a linguistic diploma. I was working as an English teacher in my country.
Good.
And is it really possible to learn to understand everything without mathematics, without technical profession?
Yeah, I didn't see you on our like free courses lessons. Did you attend like QA lessons, JavaScript lessons?
And every lesson except Monday.
Okay, so because here you say Alena Dovgulich, right? I see.
It's my maiden. It's my maiden last name. I don't know why you see.
Which one you were using in Slack?
I hope Dovgulich.
Same. You use the same last name in Slack as well, right?
Yes, Dovgulich. It's my present name.
Okay. Okay. So let me see.
Sorry, Alena's husband. No, there was a problem with the Slack. I tried to help her. No, in Slack, Alena Stukalova.
Got it. So now I see because I have Alena Stukalova here. So I see, and you completed. I see I see 3 homeworks from you. I see QA1, I see JavaScript 1, I see JavaScript 2. I don't see QA2, so because you didn't report the bugs. So that's the only problem. But other than that, I see all your homework except QA2.
Yes.
Okay, so I have you. Okay, got it. So were you able to understand JavaScript? Were you able to understand QA? I mean, like our free lessons. How do you feel? Like, were you able to actually understand the lesson and then complete the homework?
It was not easy, but.
So what exactly wasn't easy for you?
JavaScript wasn't easy. I don't understand how it works. I just making without understanding anything.
Okay, it's okay because okay, so let's talk about manual QA first. So about manual QA, were you able to understand how it works, how you do the job, create test cases, how actually the job looks like in terms of like, so you work on documentation first, then create test cases, then execute them and report bugs. Was that like simple, logical?
In general, yes.
So that's why, that's what most people start from. It's manual QA because it's something that you don't have to know any coding, right? You just should be a good user. So that's what you do, because if you are a good user, you can use your phone, you can use your computer to open the website of application. That's the only thing that you need to do, because what you need to do is just actually able to read, yes, then able to understand. Once you try to understand, then you have questions. That's how you ask questions. Business analyst, then business analyst answers, and you create test cases. For test cases, you just need the logic, because in most of the cases, you just copy paste. Hey, this button should be green, this button should be green. So then your logic comes to the picture when you need to use test design techniques. For example, I tell you, and that's what we teach on main course. I tell you, for example, there is a requirement that says this password field accepts from 8 to 15 characters only, right? And then you need to know how to actually cover that by test cases, because it's not a single test case. In order to check that the field accepts from 8 to 15 characters, you need to make many activities, actions, right? You need to actually do not only one check, but you will be checking. For example, I tell you this, hey, Alena, can you test and let me know if this field really accepts 8 from 15 characters? So how you actually will check it, just logically as a user. So how would you test it? That's the question. So how I tell you, hey, Alena, can you help me? I just need to make sure that this field really accepts from 8 to 15, nothing else. So if I enter 8 characters, 9, 10, and up to 15, so 15 is accepted. So less or more should be not accepted. So how do you test that?
I'm
just
trying,
in the like user.
I'm trying to add 16.
Okay. And what should you expect? What do you expect?
Whether it works or no.
No, okay. So you enter 16. So what do you expect to happen?
It will not allow to add 16.
Yeah. Yes, that's correct. So it should not allow, right? And same, you will test 7, you will test less, and in between. So there is a test design techniques that tell us how to actually do that properly. So how many test cases you should create to test that properly. So it should be 4 at least, right? And etc. So that's how you use logic. And we explain why that. So I give you an example, and that's what you need to learn as a tester, just to understand, hey, in some cases, I need to use boundary value analysis, or I need to use equivalence partitioning. So there is some technical knowledge that you need to learn. But other than that, in most of the cases, what you do, you read documentation, then create test cases, then execute them and report bugs. Is that something difficult in terms of manual testing?
No, it's pretty easy. It was.
Yes. So this is how it looks like. For coding, for coding? I think everybody can learn, because it's not something that I like believe in or something I think that's happening, because I have many examples when I have, for example, students and they were not understanding anything. So when they were studying, they were asking like 5 questions for the same thing. They were not able just to understand, asking again, hey, stop, I'm just not able to understand. Can you repeat that again? And they were asking some things 5 times because they were not able to understand. And so what we do actually, when we do the main course, so we teach you a few lessons, and then we come to the point when you're able to do some simple tasks. And we register you on the platform called Code Wars, where you actually can, other users, they create tasks, and you then take those tasks and try to solve them. So they're like funny stories like, hey, imagine that you have this and you need to create a function to do this, right? And you create that function, you run the test. If it works, it gives you points. So your user gets points in that system, and when we then get those points and build a table. So how students actually solve those tasks. So what happened to those students that were asking like 5 questions? So they were not able to understand. Of course, they were like at the bottom of the table. But what they actually did, so other students, they had the requirement. So everybody had the requirement. If you want to take automation course, you had to get 300 points on Code Wars. That's what everybody was aiming, right? 300 points. But that student, that she was not able to understand anything. She was like older woman, you know, and not young. So she had a bad English. So for her, it was just hard to understand some things. So what she did actually, she did a lot of practice. And by the end of the course, when other students, like most successful students that were able to understand everything like this, they had like 300 points. Some students had like 500 points. She had 2,000 points. Because what she did, she was just practicing a lot. You know, she complete one task, she took another task, which was not on our list. She was looking for something on the system, just, you know, from the list of tasks on the platform. There are a lot of tasks, like probably 100,000 tasks, maybe 1,000,000 tasks. I'm not sure, but we have a list, official list that we give students. If they complete all of them, they get 300 points. So, but she was looking for something extra on the platform and solving them, solving, spend time. She got 200 points, 2,000 points, and then she was able to find a job for 100K in Los Angeles, right? So it works. So you're able to understand. It's just a matter of, you know, sometimes it's just a matter of hard work. Sometimes it's just a matter of motivation. Sometimes it's just, you know, matter of an example, because sometimes you see, okay, there is another student that seems like not smarter than me, but able to do this. Why I'm not able to do this, right? So then you see examples, then you see how you learn in the group, and then you see that other students, they find jobs and you still not finding jobs. So something happening, right? So they are motivation for you because you understand, hey, they were learning the same, right? They are same people like me. That person worked as a, tile installer. That person worked as CPA. That person worked as in McDonald's or somewhere else, and you see those simple people, and they are like learning the same stuff as you do, and they then find jobs, and then you see, okay, then I can do. So same happened to me actually when I was learning QA back in 2013. I thought in my city there is like barely no jobs, but then I found one single guy who found a job in my city. I just talked to him, and he explained to me that there are a lot of companies. I just never heard about them, because I was never in that key field, in IT field, so I never heard about them. But then I realized that there are a lot of companies out there in my city. So I was able to easily find a job, and then I started working as QA, and then motivating other people, and etc. And it worked. Right now, it's even easier. And that's what I'm going to show you today. So previously, the problem was you live in small city, for example, right, Tanya? And if you look for the job, the problem is that you barely have no jobs sometimes in your city, or sometimes you have 1, 2, 3 jobs, and that's it. And there are like 20 candidates on the market in your city, and that's it. If somebody else gets the job, 17 people are rejected because 3 people got the job, 17 people are rejected, and that's it. There is no job anymore in your market. That's it. You either have to look in another city and relocate, or you just wait and for new opening, right? Right now, like almost all the jobs are remote. So you actually are not limited by your city. You look in the entire United States, and there are like thousands of jobs out there. So right now, like the amount of jobs you can apply for is very, very huge. So this job market situation right now is like, I don't know, maybe 1,000 times better. If you can compare that back, like maybe 2 years back, you had 10 positions, and right now you have 10,000 positions because you can apply for any job in the United States. So it's like 1,000 times better than it was like 2 years ago. So that's why the market is easier right now, because more jobs you have, more chances you have to find a job. And again, how I'm actually explaining my students usually. So when they apply for the job, they usually fail first time, and then like, oh, okay, I failed. Like, I'm so disappointed. I'm telling, hey, come on. When I was looking for the job, I did that from 11 times. So I like got rejected 10 times, and I get my first offer actually on the 11th interview, right after 11th interview. So what do you expect? Like, get the job offer from the first interview. And another thing I'm telling them that, you know how those people are selling stuff, telling, hey, you just keep selling stuff to people. 90% people will tell you no, but 10% always say yes, always. So you just need to talk to a lot of people, and 10% of them will tell you yes, and you will sell that stuff for sure. So you keep selling, and you always get answers yes in 10% of the times. Same here. You have a lot of jobs. You apply. You got rejected there. Then you analyze, okay, what went wrong? Oh, maybe my English was bad. Then I have suggestions for that as well, because how did people can solve the English problems? I usually tell people, hey, so what we do, you create, if your English is very bad, like you feel that your English is very bad. It's like for people who just came, usually for people who live here for a few years, they are okay, because you just need to understand people and answer questions. So they understand you, and that's it. But some people just came 2 weeks ago, and they took the course. So they start looking for the job just being in the United States for just a couple of months. So what they tell them, hey, create a story about yourself. Same thing that you already know that people are asking during the interview. So now answer all of those questions in your native language. Use Google Translate it to English, and learn that. So you learn those sentences, and then you have sentences and words that you can use during the interview. That's what they do. That's what I did actually. And when I was looking for my first job, because English was a requirement, I was studying actually German in the school and the university, so I had no English. So I had to learn it from scratch. And yeah, that's what I did actually when I realized that I'm not getting the offer because of my English. So I had to actually create a story about myself, then translate it and learn that story. So when I went to another interview, I just had words and sentences to use to answer questions, and it worked. So I got my offer. Then at work, I started learning English even better, because you start doing everything in English. And that's how I got my English. That's how everything else happened. So you have my example, you have other people example, and for some people, yeah, it's just matter of hard work. As that woman that was older in the group, she wasn't able to understand, but she just worked harder than others. She did more. She like get 2,000. I have like maybe 500 points, maybe like 450 or 500 points. She has, as a student, she had like 2,000. It was like a year ago. Maybe right now she has even more. But she found a job for 100K. And yeah, that's how some people do. Some people just doing everything like this. So it really depends. But it's a never an excuse. It's never, you never like look for an excuse. Just try to. Okay. Just muted Marina. Yeah, so it's never an excuse. It's never an excuse. You don't look for excuses, and it's easy when you are part of the group, because if you like study with other students, like you have a group, you always see an example how they actually learn stuff, what you learn. So manual key is very easy. For coding basics, what you learned already, if it was not understandable for you, it's okay. We anyways give that course for free, right? So that's what we do. Usually people never come for coding basics course. They came for manual key course, and we tell them, hey, take coding basics for free. Just take it in parallel, right? So by the end of the course, in 3 months, if you really learned everything, you see, okay, I was able to understand coding basics, because how it happens, sometimes you're not able to understand variables. Then you actually do the homework, and as you say, I was doing that, but I wasn't able to understand. I just did it, like following the example, but I was not able to understand everything. It's okay. If you're able to complete the homework, that means you have the knowledge that we require from you at this point. Because then you learn another topic. And when you learn another topic, you always reuse the previous knowledge. So you repeat the first lesson again. And you start understanding usually later, something that you learned later. Then the same, second topic, you were not able to understand it completely, but you were able to complete the homework. That means you are okay at this point, because you just have that level of knowledge that we require from you, and that's it. Then you start using your knowledge later and start understanding it better. So by the end of the course, you're like, okay, so comparing to the beginning of the course, of course, now I know a lot better, right? And then you decide whether you actually take the automation course and develop as an automation engineer, because for automation, there is less competition on the market, like this, less competition on the market and more salary. And you will see that even for some manual jobs, they require you to know some automation. So you will actually face that problem when you start looking for the jobs, right? There are a lot of demand for automation. So people then say, okay, I actually was able to learn the JavaScript basics. Then I go to test automation. And if you actually, so that's the main requirement. You actually completed the homeworks. If you, by the end of the course, got 300 points, that's it. That means you have the knowledge that we require from you, right? And that's the only thing that you need to know, because you may think that, oh, seems like I don't know something. It's normal, because I was feeling the same in the past. But if you completed the homeworks, if you actually got 300 points on Code Wars, that's it. That means you are ready for test automation. And then you decide. So that's like your path that you can see, right? So you take a manual course, take JavaScript basics in parallel. Hello, Tanya. I will mute you. Don't worry. I will mute you. Don't worry. And then, yeah, slowly you understand what you need, and that's it. And of course, you just had like 4 lessons and plus automation if you attend automation, like 5 lessons. But manual course takes 3 months and 2 lessons per week, not 2 lessons per 2 weeks like we did. 2 lessons per week for manual plus 2 lessons per week for JavaScript. So it's in more like slower pace that you learn this stuff, because for manual course, what we do, we put you on the project and you like just participate in all the Scrum ceremonies like a team member, and learn not by just learning the theory, but you actually just see how it works on the project, right? So you come to the project, we just tell you, hey, hello. So we start the sprint, you start working on the requirements, and then if you completed the free course, you already know what to do. So you start with that, then you start creating test cases, but not in Google Docs, but in Azure Devops, right? So in the project, you see the board, everybody's assignments, who's everybody's working on. You see all of that, and you do like several sprints during those 3 months. So you see how it works in real life, like in real company, right? On a real project. So for manual course, it's very easy. Maybe for JavaScript, it's not that easy for you, but it doesn't require like math knowledge or something like that. I'm bad at math. I don't know a lot of stuff in math, but I have logic, and that's the only thing that you need to know in JavaScript, right? So if you need to build function multiply to multiply two numbers, it's not something that you cannot do, right? So what you need to do so of course it sometimes requires some common sense. Let's say you may have a task, find a area of the square, and you have two sides in two variables. And if you don't know that you have to multiply one side by another side to find a area, yes, that's a problem. That's like common sense from the school, common knowledge from the school. So that's the problem, yes, because in most of the cases you just see, okay, find the area of the square, and you have to understand that you have one side and another side, and you need to multiply them, right? That's just a common knowledge. Other than that, it doesn't require some, I don't know, some high math knowledge or something like that. So it's pretty easy. So let me quickly share my screen and show you the homework.
Explanation. Thank you for your answer.
No problem. Yeah. So are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
So this is my homework document. I was marking. So here I was marking whoever created the test cases. Right. So if Alexandra, you will be watching this video, I didn't see the test cases from you. That's why it's not marked. Same, Yakubi started but didn't finish, and then seems like he just disappeared and was not attending the other lessons. So whoever watches this video, guys, this is first column is test cases. Second column is JavaScript first lesson. Third column is bug report. So actually, you were reporting bugs in this form, right? So actually, I see all your responses, and I see them also in the table, and I'm able to see whoever completed them. Let me just see. So by this time, I have Murad, I have Alexandra, I have Daria, I have Gleb, I have Irina, and I have Tanya, who completed this part. So if you reported bugs, then I will be able to see them in my, okay, I have to select all. Yeah. So just few people reported 60 bugs, right? So great job, actually, great job. And that's how they marked yes over here. So these are people who reported bugs, and I see them in the table. And these people who replied to the second stance lesson and completed the homework for it. If you're not able what to do, if you're completing the homework, if you go to Slack, in our free May chat, you see pinned over here, pinned messages. So you open them and you will be able to see all the homeworks. So this is the homework number 1. And if you actually have to reply to me, you click this and then go to replies and reply with your homework over here. Then same thing for other stuff. So you go to homework number 2, click on it and reply to this. If you want to go to homework number 3, you go again to this homework, click on it and reply. But you don't have to actually reply here. You just report the bugs. I will see you automatically. And then if you need to complete homework number 4, you go this. There is no homework for, actually, there is homework for Sergey. He did something, he gave something to you, but we are not checking that. So it's just up to you whether to complete or not. But these 4 are mandatory to get the discount. If you would like to get a discount, just report your homework. And that's what you need to do, right? If I see more yeses here by June 24th, I believe I mentioned June 24th. Let me quickly check the last lesson. June 24th, end of the day, right? So on June, so like 12 o'clock a.m., like midnight on June 25th, I'm stopping accepting homeworks. But if you complete all 4 homeworks by this date, by the end of this date, then I will actually send you link personally as well. So this is for those who wants to complete homeworks, join the main course and get 50% off on the first month. And then you see, right? So then you see how it goes. What the pace is. It's pretty much same thing. I will be manual PA teacher. Sergey will be automation teacher. Stan will be JavaScript teacher. So pace will be different. It will be more project-oriented work, right? So it will be a little bit different, but again, pretty much the same. The knowledge that you will get will be just broader knowledge, and you try. So this is a good chance for you just to try this complete the homework, you get a discount, so you can actually try even main course, right? So even there, you don't pay like the whole amount for the entire course. We just give you the opportunity to pay monthly, and even give discount for those who complete this, just to maybe motivate you more. Because usually what we see, whoever complete all the homeworks during the free course, they usually join the main course, and they usually those people who get the job first, because those are like the most motivated people. Because some people are not there over here, they didn't complete any homework, because some people were attending the course, they were coming to lessons, but not actually completing homework. So you don't see them here in the list, and they will join the main course. But usually they are those who actually get the job the latest, because they actually last motivated. So your goal, everybody's goal, complete the homework. So this is your path, ideal path. You come to free course, you complete homeworks, you get a discount, you join the main course, and you get a job. Because you need to do the same, absolutely the same. Just complete homeworks during the main course. Come to lessons, complete homeworks, and of course, ask questions if something isn't clear. This is really important. Remember that story about that woman who was not able to understand and asking 5 times. Same thing during lesson. Hey, what is that? Can you repeat it again? I repeat again, and then she says, oh, okay, I'm confused. Can you explain somehow else maybe? And then I explain again, and sometimes it was 5 times. But she was getting that, because I told all of them, hey guys, you need to, as a student, you need to do 3 things. Come to lessons, ask questions, so you go home with full understanding what you learned today, with full understanding. If you don't have full understanding, you stop the teacher and ask question. And third thing that you need to do is the completing the homework. That's it. Those are your 3 responsibilities. If you just do that, you get the job in 100%. That's the only thing that you need to do. And we have actually a very good group right now. So they actually were, most of them like completed the homeworks during free course. They are completing all the homeworks during the main course. Of course, I have to sometimes push them, motivate them more, but they were able to complete all the homeworks, which was not the case before. So before we had different groups. Sometimes we tried different teachers. So I started as a manual PA teacher, then I moved to automation, there was another teacher in manual, but I was feeling that it's not going as well as I expect. So I went back to manual and started explaining better, organizing better processes on the project. So people started doing a lot of homework. And right now we have a group who completed like 24 people, and all of them, not like 10 only people, but all of them completed all the homeworks. So very amazing. So that's the ideal case for you. If you're just here to listen, we still give you a chance, right? That's why we don't charge for the main course in advance. You never pay like the full amount for the course. You pay monthly. So even for those who are not motivated, who come here just to listen, you're able to join the course and try. But if you don't complete homeworks, it's not something that you will continue doing. I will just tell you, I remove you from the course. I don't want you to be here, because you will demotivate me as a teacher. You will demotivate other students. So if you're not completing the homework, I just let you go. You are not joining the next month. So you just take the first month. I see you're not doing anything, and I just tell you, hey, please go. And I'm just removing you from the group. I don't need your money, and that's why we don't charge upfront. We charge monthly, so we can remove people. Because if people pay me in advance, they will be telling me, hey, I paid you, so I have to continue taking the course. We don't need that. We take monthly payments. So if you demotivate me or other students, I just remove you from the group, because this is what we aim at. So we aimed at like teaching the most motivated people, whether it's 5 people in the group, whether it's 20 people in the group. If all people motivated and completing their homework, they are here. If they are not motivated, they just leave. So this is how it works. And so please, whoever watching this video, whoever participating in this video right in this lesson right now, this is what you need to do. So Alona, in your case, please report bugs and you get the discount, right?
Okay.
This is the only homework that's left for you. For some people, it's two lessons. So please, I know that some people will be watching because they are in different time zones. Somebody was not able to join, but anyways, you have to complete homeworks, and this is how you will work on the project. And that's why we do this here, because we show you the process. we expect from you to attend lessons, complete homeworks, and ask questions, because our main course looks the same. We expect this from you, so we don't have problems at the end, right? So at the end of the course, we don't have problems, people saying, hey, I got like bad education, or I wasn't able to find a job, because we tell easily, hey, if you do like this, then you will be able to find a job easily, right? And that's how we actually filter people, and the most motivated people come to our main course, because they complete homework during the free course. Then we stimulate them by giving the discount, and so we actually like motivate the most motivated people to join us. And the other people who came just to listen, as you can see, you can go to this chat and see that there are like 86 people. Here you see only 4, including me, at this lesson right now. Of course, more people will watch, more people will complete homeworks, right? But you see that some people just came to listen, right? They just watch maybe videos, and they are not doing anything, and they will not join the main course, unfortunately. And this is okay, because we look for those people who are most motivated, and we expect them to be from this table. This is what we look for, and this is what usually happens, right? Because those people who complete homeworks, they get discounts, and they actually join the course because they have additional motivation to join. And then, you join the course, you have a discount, and then you fall in love, and then you don't care about other months. And this is how it works. And then you will learn for 3 months. We actually, even for people who join the automation course, we require to look for the job in manual, because part of the homeworks in manual course is looking for the job, like doing interviews, applying for jobs, and doing interviewing, getting jobs, getting offer. You may decline offer if you don't want to take manual job, but you have to do that as a part of the homework. And we do this just for people to get used to the process. So actually, when they actually learn automation and start looking for the automation job, it's not something new for them, but something that they used to do. And it's very simple, easier, and way better, and way quicker to find a job when they do automation. So whether you look for manual job, you will be looking for the job in the middle of the course, probably like in a month and a half, you will start looking for the job. And even if you're aiming at automation, you still will have to look for the job. I actually suggest students to take the offer and actually start working as a manual tester, then just learn automation for a couple more months, and then just start looking for automation job. If you work at that company for 4 months, it doesn't mean that you have to actually work there like for a specific amount of time. You can just leave and say, hey, I found a better opportunity in automation, and you just leave. This is how it works. Because if company has to short the budget, they will fire you no matter what. They will not be, looking at the amount of time you worked for them or something like that. So they don't care about you. So you don't have to care, because people usually say, I cannot leave. How it, I will feel it bad if I actually join the company and then I will leave them in 4 months. It's not fair. Don't forget about that. On the job market, this works very simply. So actually, you join the company. If another company gives you an offer, which is a better offer for you, in 2 days, you leave that company in 2 days. And that's it, because you have better offer. If this company thinks that actually you're a good person that they found, you're worth maybe better salary, they will match that offer. They will give you better offer, and so you can stay at their company. If they don't give you that means just leave. Just take better opportunity. So that's what we recommend. You learn manual, you start looking for the job, you find the job and take it, and then you continue learning automation and find the job in 4 months, and then change the occupation, change the job, right? And find another better job for you. So this is how it works. Okay, this is about the homeworks. Whoever wants to get the discount. So I will be just keep looking at this document to see whoever completes the bug reports. Okay, also I wanted to show you the job market overview. So what I usually do, so I use LinkedIn job applications. So there are other websites like Indeed, Monster.com, and etc. I usually mostly use LinkedIn because this is professional social network. So most of the professionals, my colleagues, everybody's here. A lot of people reaching out to me, recruiters, just in messages in LinkedIn. So I just use this network to look for the jobs. So just give you an example. So all the companies, they have profiles on LinkedIn and they post jobs on LinkedIn as well. So let's just look for manual testing first. Just that's what I was telling you about, right? So before you were limited because you look for the jobs in your, yes, actually resume, Marina is asking, will we have a chance to work on the project? Oh, let me open the, on the project that we can include? Yes, of course, that is separate story. So we have a project, so the whole course is on the project. So the whole course is practice work. So actually you learn theory on the project as well. In like, imagine the case that you don't have any experience in QA, but your relative works at the company, or maybe they have a company, they own a small startup, and they tell you, hey, come, we will teach you how to do that, right? How to do QA, but we will hire you right now, and you will learn on the project how to do QA. So this is what we do actually. So we will like put you on the project right away, and then show you, hey, this is what you start working from. This is where you do that, right? And first sprint, first cycle, we teach you how to do that. Next cycle, you already know what to do. You just do that as a worker. You do the same stuff, same cycle as a worker. Then you do the third cycle, you do the same thing as a worker. And we do the stand-up meetings, requirements refinement meeting, retrospective meeting, all of those SDLC steps and the placing key in it. So we do all of that. Communication with developers, business analysts, all of that on the project. And so you learn both and getting practice on the project. Because first you just, of course, first sprint, we teach you what to do and how to do. Like, hey, those are test design techniques. This is how you actually cover the requirements, the cast cases properly, and etc. So we teach you first sprint. But every next sprint, we just, you practice. Of course, resume creation and interview preparation, those are all part of the course. So our last lessons were mostly like mock interviews. So we usually do some, for example, probably a week ago, we learned API testing in Postman with the group. Those are like first hour is the main topic. The next hour, we were doing mock interviews, right? The next lesson is mock interviews. So on Tuesday, we just did mock interviews. So the entire lesson was mock interviews, and I was just interviewing many people and providing the feedback. Hey, you can do this better. And of course, the whole group attends. It's not one-to-one, it's just one-to-one conversation, but the whole group is present, right? So then you learn not only from your mistakes, but from other people's mistakes as well, and then get better. And then you do another mock interview and see that you're getting better. Then you go to the market, then you actually do real interviews, and you get better until you get a job. And that's it. This is the simple process. The project will be included. There is a trick with years of experience and how you can redo your previous not QA-related experience into QA experience. We teach you all of that. So you start actually looking for the job in the middle of the course, not at the end, but in the middle. So we actually get a feedback about what's going on, how you actually go to the interviews, what kind of feedback you're getting, and what you can improve, right? So you're doing that in the middle of the course. Like in a month and a half after the course beginning, you start looking for the job, start applying. That's the time when we actually create resume. In parallel, we are doing the project work as well, but we create resume, start doing interviews, and etc. This is how it works. Yep. So let me show you this. As I said already, so before COVID, in most of the companies, people were working in the offices. So actually, and the problem was every company wanted people to be local, right? So they have local people, they come to the office, teamwork, and etc., right? But COVID changed everything. The problem in before COVID times was that if you live in small city, I don't live in small city. I live in Sacramento area, and this metro area has like about 3 million people here. So it's not small area, right? It's a capital of California. It's smaller than Los Angeles, of course, but I mean, like, it's a still big city. And still, before COVID, it was like maybe 10 QA jobs here on the market, right? Because companies are working, but open on the market like 10s at a time. So you apply, when you got rejected, that's it. That's it. You just wait for the next opening, or you consider relocation to other places. That's the only option that you had. Right now, forget about all of that, because mostly companies are 100% remote. So they just tried remote, they see that it works fine, and they said they wouldn't have to pay for the office. People like working remotely. Everybody working remotely, because I wake up, just brush my teeth. I don't have to drive. I just sit on the chair, open my computer, and start working. Just talk with people, just make stand up ended, and I just go to the kitchen, have a light breakfast, making some tea or coffee, having water, right? Then I work for a couple of hours, then make a break, go and play with kids. It's very nice job, I would say, right? Working remotely in IT. Nobody puts you in the position that you have to work like 8 hours straight. That nobody cares. You just have to do the job. If you're able to do your job in like 4 hours, most of the people can. They do the job in 4 hours, then they relax, and some people even look for the second job and work on 2 jobs at the same time and get twice as much salary. On Reddit, actually, I read the story from one developer. He actually works at 5 jobs, and he said that even despite the fact that he actually found 5 jobs, works parallel on those jobs, he actually spends a lot of time just playing video games during his work time, right? And if he actually will be able to work on those 5 jobs to the end of the year, he will get a salary like $1.3 million, $1 million, like $1.3 million. So that's how some people do. Crazy, but I mean, like, that's happening because you don't have like 8 hours work day usually. Sometimes you work for 4 hours. You have to go to the doctor's appointment. You have to go and spend time with kids. You do that because nobody cares whether you work 8 hours or not. Everybody care if you were able to complete your task or not. If you're able to complete your task, relax and go. So you never like ask and beg your manager, hey, can you give me an opportunity to go to the dentist or to doctor's appointment or something. No, you just tell, hey, I have an appointment. Sorry, I'm not available. I have to, give a drive to my relative or something like that. I will be missing for the next 2 hours. Hey, I have a car service. I will be missing for the next hour. Hey, I have that. I will be missing for the next hour, right? So you just very friendly, very, easy thing to do. So once you learn this, that's it. You just get the job and just relax. And then, of course, I'm suggesting you not to sit in the comfort zone. If you feel that you're able to complete your tasks in 4 hours, maybe find another job, maybe some contract position or something like that, right? And get more salary. Or just spend more time with your family, or spend that time learning something new, maybe test automation, right? And then maybe you learn test automation, maybe learn React development, web development, and then find another job in web development, etc. So just develop yourself. But this is how it works. And this is how many jobs you can apply for now. Not 10 jobs on your market, on your local market. It's 9,000 results in the United States for manual key tester. Of course, some of them will be not related. Some of them will be automation. They may actually even will be filtered over here. But anyways, most of those 9,000 jobs are manual testing jobs. Let's say test automation. Oh no, 150, it's a lot. Let's say engineer. Yeah, in almost 14,000 results. Imagine, before COVID, you had 10 jobs in your city. Right now, with the most jobs remote, you have 13,000 jobs to apply for. Just imagine this. It's like 1,000 times better situation than it was before. So this is why Same with, let's say, React developer, 43,000 results, because it's a very high demand right now. So most of the companies have problems with finding people, with hiring good professionals, because there are more jobs in the market than professionals right now. So all of those jobs wait for you to get the offer and start working in this field. Because some people asking, hey, is IT, maybe IT is overwhelmed, maybe it's like a bubble. My answer is always like this. Remember your life 5 years ago, right? Remember, right? How would you compare it to today? Do you use more smart devices? Do you use more smart devices, more tools that provided by IT field? Of course, yes. You have like smart everything, smart TV, smart refrigerator, smart, I don't know, everything is smart right now with Wi-Fi connection. Your weights are smart, your everything is smart, right? Everything. Your watches are smart, your headphones, your earpods, everything is very smart right now. And all of that produced by IT. Every application that you have on your phone, even some games your children are playing, they all developed by some developers and tested by some testers. And we have a lot of those, like millions of the companies around the world doing a lot of stuff, a lot of applications, and all of that growing and growing and growing, because information industry will be growing and growing, because this is how the world is changing, right? We become more and more informative right now. This is how it works right now, and this is what you need to expect, and this is how it looks. 43,000 jobs open on the market for React developers right now. This is front-end developers, right? Again, let's return to manual QA tester, like 9,000 jobs just waiting, right? And this is what you need to think about. So if people were able to find the job before, successfully, before limited by their local market, and they were able to find those jobs, now you have 9,000 results. And what is actually stopping you from taking those jobs? Nothing, right? You just need to take the course, learn it, and just find the job. Because it's way, way easier than it was 2 years back. So the market is like super hot, a lot of jobs, more jobs than professionals. Of course, you will not be able to find a job if you just go there and fail the interview, right? They will not hire you, of course. But if you just come to lessons, work on the project, ask questions if you have, complete homeworks, that's it. That's the only thing you need to do, because you will have everything, all the skills that you need, all the knowledge that you need to find one of those jobs. That's all we need. Yes, they will close. Some jobs will close. Some jobs will be open. And I can tell you that like 3 months ago, it was when I was looking for this, it was 3,000 jobs. Right now it's 9. I don't know why it's so hot period right now during the summer, but it's changing, right? The number changing. Maybe in the new year, Christmas time, it will be like 2,000. I don't know, right? But it's changing. It may change. But you work for one of the jobs in a year, you go to the market, look for another job, you'll again have like 1,000 positions. You apply for them and you look for better salary. Then you learn automation. And actually you go here and apply for other 13,000 positions, right? You need one of them. This is how it works, and pretty easy. You just need to actually, be a nice person, go to the interview. If you have that knowledge from the project, that's the only thing you need, because you will be able to actually tell them what you did in your past, what kind of experience do you have, and get a job, because this is the only thing you need. If you one of those people that came to this course, and just listen and not do anything, forget about the job, right? It will be hard. It's possible, still possible. I know many people that not completing their homework, but they have blah blah blah, and they just go to the interview and just sell themselves to people, and they still hire them. So different cases are there. But I mean, if you would like to have higher chances to get a job, the only thing that you need to do is just attend lessons, ask questions, and complete homework. That's it. That's the only thing you need to do. One more question. Do you provide individual sessions with mentor, only group sessions? So usually those are group sessions. Let me actually show you. So we have on the pricing page on our website, you have standard subscription. This is what like most of the students do. So the current group that we have is 24 people, all of them on standard. I believe like maybe one of them, it's the former student, one of them is a former student, so he pays this, but like 23 people are just taking standard. So these are just regular group sessions like we do on the free course. There is a platinum, this one. It's like twice more, not twice, it's like, this is 12,000 would be twice. So yeah, so it's just $1,000 per month, but this includes 120 minutes, which is like two hours per week just for you. Usually people don't do 2 hours, they do like 30 minutes every day, right? 4 days, something like that. So it's up to you, but it's up to 2 hours individually with the teacher with you, because people just need some additional help. Hey, can you explain me this individually for 30 minutes, right? And can you actually do something individually with me, sit and check my resume with me individually, right? And etc. So that's what people do if you want individual lessons. But most of the people take this, because if you were able to understand everything during the free course, it means that you will be able to understand it during the main course as well. But if you think that you need more time, just your individual time with mentor, yeah, then you just take this and you will have additional time with mentor and your individual feedback about your resume, some more additional individual work with teachers. Okay, so job market is very hot right now. Resume preparation is the part of the course. Mock interviews, part of the course. And I have troubles with this. So again, my main problem with the students is I have to sometimes push them, push and say, hey, why you didn't complete the homework? Okay, I'm expecting that homework to be completed next week. Okay, got it. So I'm not just sitting and just, oh, you were not able to complete the homework. Okay, forget about it. It's your problem. I'm trying to push them, and they feel then pressure. They feel responsibility, because they promised that they will finish by Monday, so they actually finish it. So I have to push a little bit, but then I at the end of the course usually get very good feedback saying that, hey, that worked. Many people don't do that because they think it's not maybe something that you have to do with the people. Just push them, put them in the picture so everybody sees the homework, so they not, because what we do stand-ups. Like you do in the company. Every morning, usually you have 15-30 minutes meeting with the team, and you discuss what you have completed or what you were working on, what you are going to work today, your status, right? Kind of problems you have, and etc. So we do the same on the project, but we use it usually for checking if you were able to complete the homework, the problems you had, and etc. What you were working on, what you is going to work on, etc. Right? So that's what we use our stand-ups as well, but everybody see that during that meeting. So you were not able to complete the homework. So you are in the picture, you tell me honestly, hey, I was not able to complete, and I tell you, hey, let's do that by Monday. Agreed? If you answer agreed, you have the responsibility. I pushed you a little bit, and then you complete it by Monday, you have the responsibility, and this is how it works. So some people, they have to feel the responsibility more, and then they tell me, thank you, that worked, thank you for doing that. And yeah, so this is how it works pretty much. Market is very hot. Resume creation is another beast. This is what we do during the main course. There are a lot of secrets around how to actually create the resume, because you need to understand the resume is not your curriculum vitae. This is the biggest mistake, that people think that it's the same. No, resume is your advertisement. So imagine you open the restaurant and then you advertise it. So you hired some person to give people flyers on the street, right? So on that flyer, you always say, you never say regular restaurant like others, right? You always say, hey, the best restaurant in the city. That's how it looks like. Same in resume. In resume, you should be like perfect person with experience, and there are secrets how to do that and how to actually redo your previous experience. Maybe it was not related to QA at all, but we actually describe it in words that look like you worked as a QA engineer, right? And that's it. Then you did resume. Then the resume's goal, the only goal that resume has is just to bring you to the interview. Then you go to the interview, prove your skills, get a job, then background check. And then we do your, also help you with the background check, how to do it. We also provide references. If you mention our project in your resume, we provide references from that project as well. And we usually say that you don't work there for 3 months or longer, like sometimes even a couple of years. So that's what we do as well. Then background check, and that's it. You're starting on Monday as a key engineer at some company. This is how it pretty much works. Any other questions, guys? Because that's pretty much it. I explained you everything. I explained you that market is very hot. I explained you how it works. The only thing I need to mention that I will actually, today after this lesson, I will send one discount for everybody who just attended this course, just to maybe motivate you a little bit. It's a $100 discount. So first month will be not $5.99, but $4.99. It's for those who didn't complete all homeworks, for everybody who attended but didn't complete the homework. Maybe it will motivate somebody to actually complete the homework and get another discount, which is 50%, which is first month will be $299, not $5.99. So it's not $300 instead of $600. Maybe a little bit more motivation to take the main course and actually try yourself in that role. And that's pretty much it on my side. Questions? Yeah, do not hesitate, because if you join our main course, you will be spending a lot of time with me talking like this, and sitting in front of you and asking you questions and pushing you to do the homework and etc. So, because I will be your manual QA teacher if you join the course. Any questions? I don't know. Any questions from you?
No, I don't have any questions for now.
Okay, so if you consider, so again, we will have 2 weeks break. So our course starts on, I believe June 27th. Yeah, June 27th is the first lesson of the next main course. You still have time to consider, to think, try other courses, maybe go and take other courses, free courses on the market, try their approach, meet their teachers, other students there, and then consider other courses. If you want, so to join our course is very simple. If you complete the homeworks, I will send you your individual link, and you just use it. Once you make a payment, we'll see you in the system, and we then add you to the course. If you don't complete the homeworks, you still will be able to use that smaller discount link and use that. For other people, whoever just pays for the course for the first month, we'll see them in the system and add them to the course right away. And this is how you get actually into the group. You just pay, make a first payment, and then we will do everything for you else. That's pretty much it. Then I will be manual QA course teacher. Stan will be JavaScript teacher. Sergey will be automation, but Sergey will meet only those people who actually go from first level to the second level. So the current students from the first level, they will go to Sergey. Other people, like new people who will just come to the next main course, will meet me and Stan only. You will meet Sergey only in like 3 months if you consider automation. That's pretty much it. Tanya, any questions from you? Actually, you were able to complete all homeworks, right? I believe you are the one. Yeah. So
Thank you.
You should receive a link from me today.
Thank you very much. I have a question. What kind of schedule you're gonna create for the next cycle? The same? Monday?
Same schedule.
Same.
Monday. No. So the main course is 4 lessons a week. Monday through Thursday. Monday through Thursday.
Excellent.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So you have 4 lessons. You have 2 manual QA and 2 JavaScript. Like this.
The same time.
Yeah, same time. 7 p.m. California, 10 p.m. Eastern time.
Thank you.
Okay, so Marina asks some question. Could you please remind the schedule manual QA Tuesday? I believe yes. Let me quickly share my screen so you can see that. That's what we do right now. Yeah, so yes, coding basics Monday and Wednesdays, and manual K Tuesdays and Thursdays, and 7 p.m., 9 p.m. Pacific time. This is how it looks like. Schedule for coding basics, schedule for, so you actually have one lesson, coding basics, next day you have manual K. The next day you have coding basics and manual K again. And usually, oh, I'm not sharing my screen. So terrible. Are you able to see now? Yes, Tuesdays and Thursdays for manual K, Mondays and Wednesdays for coding basics. And I highly recommend you to always take manual K plus coding basics. It's free. It's the same price. You take just 1 month payment, but you take both of them in parallel, right? And then you're able to understand if you do the coding, because if you feel that you can do the coding, you just have to go to automation, and then you work for automation maybe for 6 months, find your first job in automation, and then switch to web development. That's your path if you understand coding well. And you will understand it by the end of the course, right? You will see how many points you got on Code Wars, and etc. And if you will be able to complete all homeworks, if you will get 300 points on Code Wars, that's it. That's the main thing that you need to understand. You're ready for automation. And then usually I don't let people go directly to web development, because it's just more difficult to find first job in web development. So the ideal path, if you manual K, you do manual K in JavaScript in parallel. You do that for 3 months. About in the middle, you start looking for manual K jobs. So we have resume, we have mock interviews, and you start looking for the jobs. You go to interviews, and some people get the job right away, like in 2 weeks. Some people get the jobs by the end of the course. Some people get the jobs later after the course. So it depends, because groups remain in Slack, so you're still able to communicate with teachers, with students forever. Like, we don't remove groups. So actually you continue looking, telling us, hey, this is the question I was asked, not sure what is that about. We answer it, I'll help you to find the answer, and continue working with you even after the course. So the ideal path is you do that in parallel, the first level. If you're able to understand by the end of the course that you're able to do automation, which is you completed all homeworks for JavaScript, and you did 300 points, plus manual as well. You have to complete manual as well. So, and then you do to automation. So what I recommend, you still look for the job, for manual job, on manual course. If you find job in manual, you take it. You take the job and start working. In parallel, then you learn automation. Then you look for automation job. If you find automation job, then you just leave your company and start working as automation engineer. Then you work there for about 6 or 8 months and take automation course. So it's by the end of your first year in automation, you actually start looking for React web development jobs and find your job there. Then if you're interested, you can take the mobile development course, or you can take a full stack course. So that's what we offer as well. So they are over here. For example, if you took coding basics, then you can take front-end development, but usually we recommend this path. Then you learn test automation, you got more experience in coding, and then you just take front-end development, because you already get this prerequisite from test automation, right? So actually you just do front-end development, and then in maybe a couple of years, then you go and take mobile development course or full stack development course. So continue like developing yourself. Yes, everything will be in Azure Devops. So let me open. So we have Azure Devops, and we have everything there. So you maybe heard of tools like Jira, right, or Confluence, or GitHub, and etc. Right. So all of those like separate tools that companies use. Some companies instead use Azure Devops. It's a Microsoft product. Azure Devops is developed with Microsoft. That's what they use. And that's what I used to use in one of the companies. And then I fall in love with it. And the reason is very simple. Everything I mentioned in one place. So usually at my current company that I work for, we have Jira, and there we have bug tracking system. We have Confluence. No, we have Notion right now. We have all documentation in Notion. Then we have GitHub, and our code lives in GitHub, right? So we have multiple users, multiple systems. Somehow we have to sync them. It's very complex. And Azure DevOps give you all of that in one single place. We have documentation here. We have our boards and sprints when we actually track our work, right? We have sprints over here. So user stories, everything is here, and we just do everything over here. This is the main place you will be working in, like all the tasks, what everybody's working on, everything will be here. We have repos, our code, right? We store our code over here. We have pipelines, our servers, virtual machines, automation, everything is here. In one place, you have one user, you log in, and everything is here. That's why we use this system and store our projects over here. Our servers, our virtual machines, everything, like the entire project is here. And we have multiple projects. So we have actually 2 projects over here. And in Tech Start Dev organization, we have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 projects as well. So we have a lot of projects, 2 organizations, and yeah, pretty complex stuff, but it will be easy for you once you learn it and start working in it, because this is just the tool that we use. Anything else? Okay, then thank you for participating, and hope you have a great weekend. It's coming pretty soon. So yeah, we'll be happy to see you on our main course. If you complete the homeworks, I will send you personally a link. If not, just use the link from the chat. That will be general for everybody, just small discount. Or good luck with your other searches, other free courses, other schools, whatever you want in your career. But I will be really happy to see you on my manual key course and see your smiling faces, participating in our projects and etc. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Thank you. No questions?
Thank you. No more questions.
Okay, then good luck. Yeah, and feel free to reach out to me in the chat. If you have any questions, you may ask them either in the chat, in that free May chat, or you can just send me a direct message. That's it. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.